maintenant.
Oh, yeah, wow. Oh, man. I want to talk about my sexuality, you know? A lot of comedians like to talk about sex on stage, and I don't talk about sex on stage. It makes me like really uncomfortable, you know? And it's not because like I'm nervous about sex, it's because like I'm like really, really good at it. I want you guys to be like jealous or whatever. Yeah. And so I'm gonna talk a little thing about like sex. Is that yeah? Yeah. Ooh. Are you okay? You're about to faint. I won't do it. I'll fucking do it. I don't give a shit. You can fuck my mom if you want. What? So I was on a date with a really, really nice lady. She was really cool, really fun. We're getting along. We were all talking about whatever, the world, all that shit, you know. And the date went so well that we ended up at her house. You know, we're having fun. We're like rolling around the hay. We're fucking around. You know, I was patting her on her head or whatever. You know, hey, sex. And at one point during the evening, she turns around and sticks her behind in my face. And look, I know what she wanted me to do, you know? And I don't want to say it because it's really kind of dirty and kind of gross. So since it's such a romantic language, I'll say it in French instead. She wanted me to manger her ass. I can't speak French. Yeah, she said it was the cure for the coronavirus. That's gross. That's stupid. I'm a really nice guy, you know? I'm a really honest guy, so I mangeed her ass, you know? Yeah, I did that, and it was a bonne nuit. Huh? I can speak French. Okay. So yeah, but really, I'm a really nice guy. I'm an honest guy. I love God or whatever. You know, I pray to Saint Nicholas or whatever. Is that a real saint?
Santa Claus.
Oh, it's Santa Claus? Oh, good old Santa Claus. But I lie to the dentist every single time I see the dentist, you know? Which is a stupid thing to do. Lying to the dentist, it's really dumb, you know? Because that's all the dentist does, man. He just sits there and finds the lies in your teeth. As you lie through your teeth. So I was at my dentist once. I won't do that part ever again, I promise. So I was at my dentist, and so I go up into I go in the office, and I go up into where the secretary is, right? Where the reception area. I sign in my name, run my name down, all that shit, you know, and I go and sit down in the waiting room, you know. I sit down there a few moments later. Pardon me. So lame. So I'm sitting down in the waiting room, right, and a few moments later I hear the secretary, she starts saying loudly, she's like, "Did anybody take my pen? I think somebody took my pen. Does anybody know where the pen is, huh? Who took the pen?" And I was like, And I looked down and I had her pen. I was like, "Dear Lord, I have the pen." And then she came in the waiting room. She's like, "Did you take my pen?" And I was like, "No, I didn't take anybody's pen." And as she left, I turned around and opened the window and then threw her pen out the window. She was like, "What was that? Just throw my pen?" And I was like, No, I threw out my pen. She's like, "You threw out your pen?" And I was like, "Yeah, I fucking hate pens." She's like, "You fucking hate pens?" No, that's where the joke ends, actually. I couldn't think of the funny part at the end. Oh, okay, so this, actually the joke doesn't end there. So I go into where the dentist's house. What the fuck's that called? The chair. I'm sitting down in a chair. I can't speak French or English. So I sit down there and I'm getting worked on, and the dentist is looking at my mouth and he's just like, "Ugh," or whatever, you know? He's like, "Ooh, Gabriel, ugh. I noticed there's like a lot of erosion on your enamel. have you been ingesting a lot of acidic things lately? And I don't want to say like, yeah, you know, I like to drink beer, you know, and I like to drink like beer and all that shit. So instead I was like, yeah, I've been eating a lot of oranges. And he was like, what? Oranges? How many oranges? And between me and you guys, I don't know how many oranges is too many oranges. And I didn't want to think I was lying, so I was like, I don't know, like 8 oranges a day? And he was like, 8 oranges! 8 oranges! 8 oranges! And at that point I realized I was like, way too many oranges. He was freaking the fuck out, man. He was like, oranges! Fucking oranges! And I was like, yeah, man, you gotta get that potassium, brother, you know? And he's like, there's no potassium in oranges, you fucking idiot! And I was like, oh, shit. I'm a university graduate, I love university, I love God, all that stuff, you know, and yeah. But I only ever took one online course in all university. I don't know if you guys know what an online course is. You know, it's a bunch of lectures and tests and videos you can take on your computer at home. So in this last class, I had to take sure the professor's on the screen, you know. He's wishing us well on our exams. Thank you for taking the course, have a good summer, all that shit. When it was over, it faded to black. But then the words, this class is dedicated to Dr. Marcus Gilbert, pop up onto the screen. And I thought, that's super weird. Why would the professor dedicate the class to himself? And then the dates 1947 to 2007 pop up, and I was like, oh, that's why he never responded to any of my emails. Hey man, I thought he was like some old guy who didn't know how to use his Gmail, you know? Turns out he was an old guy that was like, dead. Would you think about it honestly? Honestly, it's the greatest twist ending ever to any class in the history of the world, because imagine you go to school, you know? And you take 8 weeks of Anthropology 101, followed by, no way, so he was a ghost the whole time? Hey, only McGill, woo! It was Concordia. I don't know, I think I'm done doing comedy, yeah? Been good, huh? All right, thank you guys so much. Have a good night.
Coronavirus, bro. Hey, calm down.